There we see the chilling moment when Ronaldo emotionally left the field and the stadium to spend more time working out in front of his family. I'm here with former professional footballer turned current pundit Ian Five Ankles, who also ghost-wrote Ronaldo's 7th autobiography, Abs. You have 5 reasons Ronaldo has lost it, and it begins with the march of time.
He's getting older. Frankly, his legs are even older than he is. He's done so many massive stepovers in his career that technically, medically, he now has the hips of an 85-year-old.
Shakira said the hips don't lie.
Yeah, Ronaldo's hips have been telling porcupines for at least 2 seasons now.
They say he's got a medical condition affecting his biological thermostat. Can you explain that?
Well, he's permanently too hot. That's why he's only ever photographed off the field with just his underpants on. He's struggling to move around the pitch. He can't get there for his penalties, for his tap-ins, and most of all, he dreads scoring because he's not physically able to do his own celebration anymore.
Number 2, confusion on the field. Juventus have 17 different jerseys this season. Very confusing for Ronaldo.
It's confusing. He doesn't know which one he's supposed to be wearing, and it's even more confusing when he's not wearing one because he's too hot. It also means on the field, he doesn't know where his teammates are, so he's less able to not pass to them than he usually is.
Juventus's home kit this season is just a block of white and a block of black. That must be also very disappointing for him.
He's a fan of the stripes, yes, but I would take issue with that in that technically, even though they're chunky, it's still stripes. It's just 2 fat ones rather than lots of thin ones.
If you put all the players together, that would make stripes.
Yeah, but that would confuse him further because he'd think it's a very short, very wide single player.
Number 3, he's been humiliated by Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey famously recently scored a tap-in that was Ronaldo's tap-in, and he hasn't recovered as a result.
No, that's true. It's important to put this in a bit of context, though, Anthony. Ramsey was the tap-in master at Arsenal. He built his whole career around being the endpoint of beautiful, flowing 30-pass moves. But now he's at Juventus, he can't be the tap-in master. Ronaldo is the tap-in master.
He's the tap-in apprentice now.
Yes.
And you can't, as the apprentice, finish the master's breakfast.
Yes.
Because that's the master's breakfast.
Absolutely. Ronaldo's there on the goal line having his breakfast. It's not for Ramsey to come hoofing in and kick it in the goal. You get scrambled egg everywhere.
Number 4, has Ronaldo won too much? It would take 3 whole minutes to list every trophy Ronaldo's won, right from the Champions League to the highest score in Ronaldo Kick and Run, the Ronaldo-inspired video game, which is available in all good app stores. Has he lost his appetite?
I think he's possibly lost his appetite for footballing stuff. He seems more obsessed with product endorsements these days.
Nike, Castrol Oil, Egyptian Steel, 6 pads. You've got so many products there. He must be worrying in his brain, what more products can I endorse?
It's not about the money for him. It's irrelevant. He would happily endorse these products free. He just likes things.
How much does he like steel?
He's always liked metal. As a kid, he used to rank metals, and steel was always top. And of those, Egyptian steel was always the bee's knees for him. So it's a dream come true to represent Egyptian steel around the world.
He, of course, endorses perfume. Smells like greatness. I read once in an interview with him that he will not rest until every man, woman and child smells exactly like him. That must be an incredible burden for him in his daily life.
It's a hell of a responsibility, and it distracts him on the football field in that he's permanently sniffing the opposition and constantly being disappointed that they smell nothing like him.
Finally, his separation from Lionel Messi, is it making him slack? Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, they've got a famous rivalry. They spur each other on to greater things, but that doesn't work when they're in separate countries, Ian.
Yes, for me it's like seals in a sea life centre. If they're in the same sea life centre, those 2 seals are going to constantly try and outperform each other. They know the better the trick they do with the beach balls, the more fish they're going to get. It fuels their rivalry. If they're in separate sea life centres, they know they're going to be fed whatever they do, so they just half-heartedly go through the motions in a very lackadaisical manner.
And that's because seals need to be fed. That's part of the International Conference of Sea Life Centre regulations.
I did not know that. I'm glad that's the case. Apparently it's the same with footballers. You have to feed them whatever they're doing, which is why, without the rivalry, Ronaldo's just half-heartedly nodding a ball in the air now and again.
Are you saying that Ronaldo and Messi, they dislike each other, but they need each other?
Yes. Yes, when they're playing in the same countries, that rivalry fuels each of them, spurs them on to bigger and better things. Without them being in the same country, Ronaldo is suffering.
And is Messi suffering?
No, because he's a much better player.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.